Vartan Darunian was there to record remarkable images. As a master photographer, he was decades ahead of his time. He was a superb candid cameraman. He captured the transformation of the town and the spirit of the people who made it possible. The new buildings were constructed with brick, stone, and mortar. Meanwhile, fellow Arab neighbors watched in wonder. Reverend Narses Saryan, in Arab garb, and other Armenians preached the gospel to their new Arab neighbors. At the beginning, the land was barren. Within the space of 3 years, the Armenians had built a new city. Other places would experience a revival of Armenian life, but Aleppo was the first place after the First World War to witness on such a large scale the awakening of the Armenian people. A renaissance was in the making, inspired by the fierce will of a people to keep alive its national identity. They built modern streets, shops, and clubs, a new life to erase the tragedy of the past, a unique suburb outside of ancient Aleppo, a new and perhaps better Cilicia. In old Cilicia, the Armenians had achieved a high level of culture. In Aleppo, they sought to recreate their lost civilization. They restored traditions and institutions and gave them new life. The Central Turkey College, commonly known as Aintab College, became Aleppo College. The first faculty consisted of 3 Americans, 2 Arabs, and 10 Armenians. The Aintab School for Girls became the American School for Girls in Aleppo. The administration of these institutions was American, but most of the faculty, the student body, and the moving spirit were Armenian. The teaching faculties from elementary school through college contained an equal number of men and women. An increasing number of women entered the teaching and nursing professions. The Armenians once again established an educational leadership. They built schools, established churches, and organized cultural associations. Aleppo Armenians became influential in Syria. They sent members to the Syrian parliament. Aleppo became one of the major centers of the diaspora. Years earlier, they had come out of Turkey as refugees, some as young slaves in the Turkish army, uneducated, rough, hopeless. The story of their individual success is illustrated by many examples. Reverend Narses Hachidorian rose from humble beginnings to become a pastor, and later to conduct discussions with Gamal Abdel Nasser, the President of Egypt. Once a refugee, Archbishop Artemis Tsamayan became the spiritual leader of the Apostolic Church in Aleppo. A survivor from Marash, Zare Payaslian became Archbishop of Aleppo and later Catholicos of the Holy See of Cilicia. Zorab Kaprelian, one of the Aleppo homeless, became a famous engineer and vice president of the University of Southern California. Reverend Siragan Agbabian, a boy from Tarsus, was to become one of the leaders of the Armenian colony in Aleppo. Robert Jabejyan became a renowned medical doctor and an expert in local history. Levan Levonian, a master educator, expanded the curriculum of his school to include the performing arts. As a result, concerts and theatrical productions became widespread. Armenians became athletic champions of Syria. They introduced the Boy Scout movement to the Arab world. They dominated professional athletics, particularly in boxing. They provided generals for the Syrian army. As time went on, the Armenians of Aleppo had demonstrated their ability to produce new leaders, to hold fast to their Christian faith, to keep alive their national aspirations, and to become loyal citizens of Syria. By any standard, the story of the Armenians of Aleppo was an astonishing rebirth of an old spirit in a new place. By 1937, all the slums were gone. A new Cilicia, the littlest of Cilicias, had been born. The slums of Aleppo were the last breath of the kingdom of Cilicia. They were also its final triumph.
Siedus